Hello, hello, welcome back for another Home Sweet Pilates reformer workout video. It is absolutely freezing here today. And because I have to have my garage open in order to get the natural light in here, I am also freezing. So I have two space heaters here that you cannot see that are on full blast. I've got my beanie on, I'm wearing warmer clothes. I'm hoping that it will help because this is not ideal, but I'm doing it for you guys, getting the workout in, we're getting it done, okay? So today we are doing what I am calling Feel Good Reformer. So what that means is that the majority of these exercises and movements are in this workout for a purpose, right? I want us to leave this workout feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. That does not mean it's not going to be challenging, because that's just the name of the game when it comes to Pilates. It's always going to be a little bit challenging, right? However, we're not pushing 100%, going super hard today, okay? So this is perfect if you are getting over like being sick, or it's that time of the month, or you're just intuitively feeling like you want to move your body, right? But you don't want to overexert yourself. If that's you, this is the workout for you. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be on one spring to begin. I would do a blue, please, if you are on a balanced body. So we're on one lighter spring here. Let's put our bar down. And we're gonna kneel onto the carriage here. So put your headrest down as well, if it's not already. You're going to rest the tops of your feet on the headrest. Your hands are going to go onto the platform, okay? So I have my feet slightly separated here. I have my shoulders over my wrists. We're just gonna do some cat-cows to begin, okay? So take a nice inhale. On your exhale, press through your hands, round into your upper back, curl into that belly, right? I'm looking at my belly button. As I release, I'm gonna move through, allow my tailbone to come towards the ceiling, my eyes to the wall in front of me. Do it again. Exhale, press through those hands, round that upper back, really, really push through. You'll feel that belly start to engage a little bit. Inhale, release, my chest drops, my tailbone goes towards the ceiling, and I do it again. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Let's do two more here. One more. We're just moving in that spine, getting some mobility, warming it up. And final release. Awesome job. Let's go back to neutral here. Now let's extend your left leg straight behind you and your right arm straight in front of you. So remember, you're on a little bit of a lighter spring here, so your belly is going to need to engage in order to keep you stable, okay? Raise that left leg up, right arm comes up as well. You're in an opposite arm leg reach. Now you're going to curl and round to bring your knee towards your elbow and then extend it back out. So exhale as you crunch in, inhale as you release. The key here is to try to not move that carriage. If you feel like your spring is too light and you're kind of wobbling all over the place, please add a red onto there, okay? I would rather you add a spring than risk falling, okay? Let's do one more. Really round and curl, extend and lower. On to the other side. Right leg extends, left arm comes straight out, curl and round it in, and release it out. Let me adjust my position here. There we go. Keep those hips square, keep those shoulders square. Anytime I have clients do this, they're so surprised at how challenging it is, right? That light spring on the carriage really makes a difference. I'm really pushing into that hand that's down, and into my knee to help me stay secure. Okay, let's do 2 more. Last one. And release it out. Lower it down. Nicely done. Now we're just going to do a feel good here. So keep your left hand down. Bring it a little more to the center. Open up your right arm towards the ceiling. We're going to thread the needle. So we're just going to thread it underneath our armpit here. And raise it back up towards the ceiling. Big inhale as you raise that arm up. Exhale as you thread it on through. Big inhale. I'm really opening my chest, keeping both knees on the ground, but opening my chest. Rounding through. Let's do 1 more here. This just feels so good in that thoracic spine, that mid-back. Really pull that arm through and come back up to center. Let's go on to the other side. So now I bring my right hand slightly closer to center. It's not fully center, but it's not right in line with my knee anymore. It's a little bit off kilter, right? I'm gonna open my left arm, open my chest up to the left wall, thread underneath. Do it again. Big inhale. Exhale as you thread it through. Back up. We have 2 more. It's so important to move your spine in all directions. We hardly ever do this kind of movement, so especially if you're really, really tight. You might be feeling this for sure. Hold it down. And bring it back up. Now, let's take our feet, flex them up against the shoulder blocks. We're gonna go into a little kneeling abs here. So we're on that blue spring. If you want even more challenging, feel free to go on a yellow. I'm gonna stay on a blue, okay? Now, keeping my hands where they are, my shoulders are in line over my wrists. I'm going to press the carriage out, keeping my upper body still, to bring my hips forward so it's like I'm in a kneeling plank position. Now I'm going to keep my lower body where it's at, use my shoulders to press my body back over the springs, and then bring it back forward. Bring my knees back under my hips, back to the starting position. Let's do it again. So keep my upper body still. Press the carriage out into that plank position. Now use my shoulders to press back and bring it back forward. Let's do 1 more like that. And all the way in. Now, press those knees back once again into that plank. Now we're just gonna go out and in, only using those shoulders, okay? So we go out and in. I'm not bringing my knees back under my hips. 2 more. 1 more, hold it out. Okay, you got it. Hold it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in. Knees come back under. Carriage comes in gently. Go ahead and sit yourself back over your hips. You can bring your arms out in front of you into a little rest pose. Now, here in this rest pose, let's open that right arm up, look back behind us, rest the back of our hand on our tailbone. Now bring it back up and around. Do it again, so on our left side. So we're windmilling our arm up and over, looking back behind us, over our shoulder, bringing it up and over. 1 more on each side. Doesn't this feel good? I see you're still getting movement, you're still working, but we're moving just a little bit slower, a little more intentional. I'm definitely warming up. My hands are like ice, but other than that, I'm doing okay. All right, let's sit ourselves up. Let's bring our bar back up. And please, let's go on to 3 springs. So if you're on a balanced body, please do a red, red, blue. I'm going to do what's best for my reformer. We're gonna do some footwork. So whatever that is for you, let's do that, okay? Let's lie ourselves onto our back here. You can have your head rest up or down. We will be putting it down after this exercise. So if you want to just keep it down, go ahead and keep it down. But if you prefer it up, that's fine too. We're putting our heels on hip distance apart here. We're gonna move through, so whenever you're ready, keep your entire spine on that carriage. Let's press it out and bring it in. So the entire time, I am making sure to keep my knees tracking and in line, right? With my feet. My carriage is a little squeaky. I think it has some dust on the railing. That happened the other day. And as soon as I cleaned it off, it was fine. So I'll need to do that. So sorry if you can hear the squeaky. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Bring it all the way in. Now, let's go toes on, okay? So we're in a nice high stiletto heel here. So we really have those heels lifted the whole time. Keep them lifted, keep them lifted, keep them lifted. And out. And out. And in. Now, as you press out, if you want to think even more, think about as you exhale, those abs come in, right? You can play with your breath. Some people really prefer to inhale as they press out, exhale as they come in. Others like to exhale as they go out, inhale as they go in. I'm not super picky about it, to be honest. I'm more concerned about you keeping your knees in line, right? Don't let them turn in or out. Let's do one more. Hold it out here now. Now, flex your heels underneath the bar for a beautiful tendon stretch. Go back up on your tiptoes, flex it back under. Up on your tiptoes, flex it back under. One more, then we're gonna do running in place, okay? Just go under, up, hold it here. Now we're gonna go one at a time. So flex your left heel under, keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee. Now switch, so left leg is straight, right knee is bent. So I'm flexing under, I'm gonna pick up the pace. It's like I'm running in place. This just feels so nice, stretches all in that calf. But you're also working those shins a little bit too, right? Let's do 3, 2, 1, back up, bend both knees, bring it all the way in. Now take those toes, bring your feet together, curl your toes around the bar. Knees are glued, ankles are glued, thighs are glued. Everything's glued together. Your toes are wrapped around that bar as much as you possibly can, okay? Like a bird on a perch. Now we're gonna press the carriage out and bring it back in. Keep everything glued together. Keep pressing into wrapping those toes. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Bring it all the way in. Now bring those heels to the widest point on the bar. We're gonna press out and in. I've got 3 more. Last 2. Last one. And bring it all the way in. Now, if your headrest is up, please put it down. Let's put our heels back to hip distance apart here. We are gonna go into some bridging. So imagine you have a marble that's on your pubic bone. Curl your pubic bone towards your head to roll that marble into your belly button. Press into your forearms, press into your heels, raise your hips up towards the ceiling. Now roll it back down. So we go upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. Move slow and intentional here, please and thank you. Curl it, lift it up. Really make sure you're keeping those hips square towards the ceiling. Let's do one more and then we're gonna hold it at the top, okay? Roll it on up. Shoulders are down. We're not gripping the carriage. Press the carriage out. Keep the hips lifted. Bring it in. Press it out. Bring it in. Press it out. Bring it in. 2 more. Last one. Roll it all the way down. Now take your right leg, figure 4, cross it over your left. Ooh, this already, you'll feel the stretch in this, feels so good. Keep your right foot flexed here, okay? It's gonna protect your knee joint. Keep it flexed. Now, hands are down, press into those forearms again. We're gonna lift up in this figure 4. Ooh, doesn't that feel nice? You feel that opening in the hip? Lower it down. So here I'm not articulating as much. I'm just flat back pressing up and lowering down, okay? Please know if this is not working for your body right now, you don't have to do it. Go back to just doing both legs, okay? Or you can just sit here and hold a figure 4 stretch. That doesn't bother me at all. Lower down. Now take your hands, bring them through, grab around your left, behind your left knee, drop your head back down and just pull your left leg towards you, keeping your right leg that's crossed over, keeping that foot flexed. Oh, such a nice stretch. I did leg day the other day and I'm really sore. So this is nice. All right, let's go to the other side. So now we have our right heel on the bar, left leg crosses over in front, left foot is flexed, flat back, bridge on up, keep that opening, flat back, lower down. Lift it up, lower down, lift it up, lower down, keep those hips square. One more. Lift it up. Lower down. Lift your head up, reach through, grab around the back of your right thigh, lay that head back down, and just pull that right leg towards you. Ooh-wee. This feels so good. I love restorative movement like this, where you still have a little bit of challenge, right? But it's so important to listen to your body. Sometimes your body does not need to go 100% all the time, right? So if you still are needing movement, but you want more restorative, stuff like this is so perfect. Okay, take both those legs, hug your knees into your chest, rock them side to side. Now, bring them back into tabletop here, or I should say into tabletop. They haven't really been in tabletop yet. Hands are down by your side. You're gonna open your right leg, keeping that bend exactly where it is. Just open it out to the side and bring it back up. Left leg opens and up. Make sure you're keeping that opposite hip down. So my left leg opens, my right hip is glued down. This is really good hip mobility movement here. Getting into those abdominals. Make sure your chest is nice and open, your shoulders are down. You're just opening and closing. Everything's moving as one movement. My knee bend is not changing at all. Let's do one more each side. Beautiful. Now let's sit ourselves up. We're gonna go switch over to 2 springs. So if you're on a balanced body, you can go red-blue or red-red. Red-red is gonna be a little bit more challenging. It's a little bit heavier. So do whatever you feel like doing here. Let's grab our straps behind us. Long loops is great here. They're straight up towards the ceiling, okay? Bring your legs into tabletop, like so. Let's lift our head, neck, and shoulders to pull our arms straight down by our sides. Hold it here, just hold it. Now lower your head back down, keep your legs where they are. Let's lift once again. Lift and curl in that upper body. Now, what I want you to do is take your left leg, straighten and extend it underneath the bar, straighten your right leg towards the ceiling. Bring them back into tabletop. Opposite legs, so right goes under the bar, left goes straight to the ceiling. Back to center. Switch, center, switch, center. Holding in those arms, shoulders are down. Let's do one more each side. Last one. And lower it down. Beautifully done. We're gonna go into a little bit of the supine arm work. So keep your head down, please. Legs come back in the tabletop. Take those arms, lower them down by your sides. Raise them straight back up. Lower them down and back up. As you lower your arms, think about pulling your ribs away from your shirt. So you're pulling your ribs down into your body almost, right? Let's do one more. Beautiful. Now let's bring them back up. Now bring them out to the side like a T. Palms are facing out. Pull them down to your hips, back up to the ceiling. Out, down, up. So we're making little circles here. I should say big circles, but getting into that rotator cuff a little bit. Let's do one more. Keep those legs in tabletop. Now reverse your circle. So pull them straight down, out to the side, and up. Straight down, out to the side, and up. You are in control of your movement here. Last one. And bring it in. Let's take those feet, place them in the long loops. We're gonna do a little bit of inversion work, so if that is not the name of the game for you, please go ahead and skip this one exercise, okay? We're just gonna do some short spine massage. I just wanna get into that back a little bit, okay? Let's invert ourselves slightly. Okay, so your legs are together, your heels are together, your toes are slightly turned out, okay? You're gonna have your hands down by your sides, bring your legs straight, and now allow the tension of the straps to pull your legs up and over. As they go over, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Move slow and in control. Bring the carriage all the way in. Do not go onto your neck here, okay? Now, your hips are lifted, really lift them up, but your legs are at a slight diagonal over your head. Keep your heels together, bend your knees into the shoulder blocks. Now curl, curl, curl in your core. Curl, curl, curl your spine down. Allow your feet to fall forward, get tension back in the straps, and press them to 45 degrees. Let's do it again. So my legs come over. As they go over, I lift my hips up. I bring the carriage in controlled. Slow and control is the name of the game here, okay? Bring your knees down. Keep your heels glued. Roll through that spine. Feet come forward, feet come forward, feet come forward. Press. Let's do one more. Just because we can. Press it up. Control, 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 control. Really lift those hips. Lower the knees straight down. Curl through that spine. Hit every vertebrae, every vertebrae, every vertebrae. Press those feet forward. And voila, you have done short spine massage. Let's now go into feet and straps since we're already here. So keep those feet together. Just lower and lift. Lower only so far as you do not arch your back or pooch your belly. Lift only so much as you do not raise your tailbone off the carriage. 2 more. Last one. Bring those legs back to parallel. Keep them in your neutral, right? Your neutral is where your legs are straight and your tailbone is glued. Mine is slightly forward, that's fine. Okay, because if I go to here, my tailbone is lifting. We don't want that. So glue that left leg where it is. It does not move. Open the right leg straight out to the side. Bring it back up. Stay on this right side. Open and close. Try not to move that left leg. Don't allow that left hip to rise. Don't allow your left shoulder to rise. Try not to grip on that carriage. This is so good for your hips as well. Let's do one more. We're not here forever. On to the left side. Open that left side up. Close it. Open it up. This side is much harder for me. I keep wanting to rotate, right? My body wants to turn. I need to think about it a lot more here. If that means you don't go down as far, don't go down as far, okay? Let's do one more. Let's go into circles. Open your legs the width of your reformer. Bring them down to 45 degrees. Bring them together. Lift them back up. Open, lower, together, lift. Two more. Last one. Reverse your circle. Bring them down together. Open the width of your reformer. Bring them up and back together. Down, open, up, together. Down, open, up, together. One more. Beautifully done. Go ahead and take that strap out of your left foot and bring the right strap around your right ankle. We're gonna stretch that hamstring a little bit. Ooh-wee, I need it. Okay, you can either hold on to this left strap or you can hang it up, whatever you prefer. I like to hold on to it. I feel like it helps give me control of the tension a little bit. Your left leg is on the bar. The more that you bend your left leg against that bar, the more of a stretch you're gonna get in that right hamstring. If it's too intense, straighten your left leg on that bar a little bit and it will just relieve some of that tension, okay? Keep your right leg straight, keep your right foot flexed. Just hold it here. Whew. Hold it, hold it. Now open that right leg out to the right side, but keep your left hip down. So if you need to flare open your left knee, please do so. But keep that right leg straight, keep the foot flexed. Now bring that right leg up and over towards the left. You can lift your hip, that's fine. This is the IT band, oh my gosh. And it's really intense, really, really intense. Oh man, especially if you're like me and you have not stretched it in a while. So just find your happy place, breathe through it, keep that foot flexed. Try to see if you can go a little bit farther. Oh my gosh. Whew, bring it back up to center. Switch legs. Something about that IT band stretch is insane. Okay, left leg comes over your left, your left strap is on your left ankle. There we go. Hamstring stretch once again. Try to just hold it at the place that you feel the most stretch. If you start to shake really bad, that's fine. Very normal. If you're super flexible, if you're like hypermobile, you can do a little bend extend here. That will just help you get into it a little deeper. I am not hypermobile, so I can't relate, but that's okay. All right, bring that left leg out. Right hip stays down. Remember, if you need to flare open that right knee a little bit, that's fine to keep your hip down. Keep that flex in the left foot. Let's bring it up and over for the IT band. We know it's coming. Prepare for it. You can raise up that left hip if you need to. Big deep breaths, really big deep breaths here. And bring it on up. Go ahead and take that strap off. Bring the carriage back in. We're gonna go straight into some knee stretch. So we're just gonna do flat back today, okay? No round back, we're just going flat. So let's bring ourselves to kneel onto the reformer facing our bar. Feet are flexed up against the shoulder blocks. Hands are shoulder width apart. You have your entire center of your palm on the bar, okay? So I'm not here with my hands wrapped around. The palms of my hands are kind of towards the top-ish part of the bar. I personally like to keep my fingers straight so that I don't wrap my hands around and grip the bar. That's just personal preference, but that just really helps me, okay? Let's sit our hips back so we're about a fist distance away from our heels here. I have a straight line from my head to my tailbone. I'm gonna keep my upper body straight as I press the carriage out. Oh, you know what? I'm on too heavy of a spring. I forgot to change our springs. Let's go on to, if you're on a balanced body, please go on to a red-blue. Okay? Okay, thank you. I was on too heavy. Okay, there we go. So we're on 2 springs, red-blue. Now we're gonna get into knee stretch. So now we're gonna press the carriage out. We're gonna open up our hip, and then we're gonna hinge back underneath like so. So I press it out, and then I hinge underneath like so. What I'm not gonna do is sit my hips all the way down as I come back in. I'm keeping them slightly lifted, okay? So I press out, and I bring it in. I press out, and I bring it in. I'm not arching in my back. I'm keeping my core straight, but I am opening my hips. But I don't have to arch here in order to open my hips. Okay? Keep your shoulders down. Let's speed it up slightly so we go out and in, and out and in. As you bring the carriage in, you should feel this on the tops of your thighs. That's why it's called knee stretch. You'll feel it all over your body also, but that's the main place. Let's do 3, 2, hold it out on this one, hold it out. Now, keep your arms straight, use your shoulders, swan yourself up. Press it back out, look at the ground as you press out. Then raise your eyes to look ahead of you as you bring it in. Press it back and out. This is called down stretch. This is one of my favorites. I exhale as I bring it down. I inhale as I bring it up. What I'm making sure I'm doing here is as I bring it up, I'm pulling my shoulders down. Shoulders down, shoulders down. Press it out. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And bring it all the way back in. Awesome job. Let's put all of our springs on. We're gonna move right along. Put all your springs on. Then please grab your box and put it on short box. So we're gonna lower our bar. Grab our box. Where's my box? There it is. Put it on short ways here. Okay. We're gonna do just a little bit of short box abs to warm us up a little bit. Then we're gonna go into climb a tree, okay? So we have both feet through the safety strap here, okay? I like to rest my feet on the bar to give me counter pressure. I've had ab separation from pregnancies. It just helps me feel more secure. You do not have to do that, okay? We're sitting nice and tall. Hands are straight out in front of us. I'm gonna curl my tailbone under, keeping my shoulders down to roll myself back. Now I'm gonna roll myself up with my shoulders leading the way back to a sitting position. So it's like I wave myself down, curl under, so I'm not going like this, right? I'm letting my tailbone lead the way as I go under, and then I roll it back up. 2 more. Last one. Hold it here. Now let's take our hands, rotate them in one piece towards the right, up overhead, down to the left, back to center, sit up. Roll it down. Move them as one unit towards the left, up overhead, down towards the right, back to center, and up. Beautifully done. Take your right foot out of the strap. I'm gonna lower my bar all the way because I don't like it here for climb a tree. Now, if you do not feel comfy doing the full version of climb a tree, take your box, put it long ways, and roll back onto your box. That way, with it long, it will just help you feel more secure, okay? If you want to do the full version of climb a tree, stay here with me. Your left foot is in the strap. Your hands are clasped behind your right knee. I'm sitting up nice and tall here, okay? Straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, hold. Climb your legs up to your ankle or your calf. Don't hold on to your knee here, okay? Grab your ankle or your calf. I'm not super flexy, but I'm making it work, right? Keeping my shoulders down, I'm gonna rock myself back, all my weight's going into my left foot in that strap, rocking all the way back till my leg is straight up and down, okay? Now I'm gonna climb down my leg. If you wanna stay here, stay here. If you wanna go all the way back, I'm allowing my head to fall back, my arms come back behind me into the well, keeping my leg up. Now I bring my arms forward, lift my head, neck, and shoulders, climb back up my leg, and rock forward. All right? Let's do it again. Okay, so I'm gonna straighten my leg, climb up towards my ankle, rock it back. Don't let your shoulders hike up. Rock it back here. If this is where you wanna stay, climb down to your thigh, stay here. This is fine. Otherwise, climb all the way down. Allow your head to fall back, arms come back into the well. Lift your arms, head, neck, and shoulders back up and rock forward. Let's go to the other side. This just feels so good. This like extreme extension is so nice. But again, if you're on that long box, you can do this exact same thing. You'll just feel a lot more secure, right? Okay. Coming back here, hands are behind my left knee. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, hold. Climb up towards my ankle. Shoulders are down. I'm rocking back, 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 back. Climbing down my leg. Allowing my upper body to fall into the well. Keeping my legs straight. Climbing back up and rocking forward. We've got one more to go, okay? Okay. Climb up to that ankle, rock it back, climbing down, really move intentionally, okay? As you're coming back up, use those abdominals, pull yourself up, and rock forward. Awesome job. Now, let's rotate to the side. If you're on long box, please come back to short box. Let's put that left foot into the strap. We're doing a little short box mermaid here. Super quick though. We're not gonna be here forever, okay? So I have my left leg in the strap. It's slightly at an angle in front of me, okay? Slightly. My right foot is bent onto the box. I am square to the wall in front of me. I'm gonna start nice and tall. If you would like to stay here, placing your hand down onto the headrest and just reaching up and over, please do so. We're keeping the chest nice and open. If you want to come to the fullest expression with me, then we're going to keep our arms nice and open like this, okay? We're going to put all that weight once again into that foot in the strap. Take your inside hand closest to the back of your reformer, to the shoulder blocks. Scoop it underneath so your palm is facing the ceiling as you bring your outside arm up and over and you lean over. Use these top obliques to lift yourself up and back to center. So we go up and over. I'm keeping my chest open. I'm not allowing my top shoulder to rotate in yet. Let's do one more. Up and over. Use that top oblique. Lift up. Now we're going to rotate. So we're going to go down, rotate towards the ground, towards the ceiling, and back to center. If you're here, you can still rotate towards the center, rotate towards the ceiling, and back. Okay, so you can still do this even if you're resting on that headrest. So decide where you want to be. We reach up and over. I go towards the ground. Uh-oh, my mic just fell off. I go towards the ground. There we go. Towards the ceiling, back to center, and up. Let's do one more. Up and over. Rotate towards the ground, back towards the ceiling, back to center, and up. Let's go to the other side. We're moving right along. We are almost done. Here we go. So we're starting tall. We reach up and over. Use that oblique to lift yourself up. Two more. Last one. and up. Now we go down, rotate towards the center, towards the ceiling. Ooh, I'm not as flexible on this side. Center and up. I am way less flexy on this side. Let's go up and over, ground. Let's see, there we go. Ceiling, center, and back up. Beautifully done. All right. Now let's take off all the springs, and you're gonna be on one spring. So you're either gonna be on a red or a blue. It's your choice. Decide where you wanna be. I'm gonna keep us on the box just for ease of movement here, but take your box and put it long ways, please, okay? You're gonna sit on the box, facing the back. You're a reformer, but sit your booty back, okay? You don't need to be way up to the front. Grab your straps and grab the short loops. Like so. We are going to start by just pulling back and forward. Pulling back to your hips and back forward. So you're either on a red or a blue. If you feel like you're too light, go a little heavier. If you feel like you're too heavy, go a little lighter, okay? So I'm pulling back and pausing for a second, and then I'm pulling forward. I'm pulling back, pausing for a second, and pulling forward. I'm just opening my chest. Let's do one more. And forward. Now, take those straps and grab them like at the tops of the loops. So I'm not in the loops anymore, I'm holding the tops, okay? I'm gonna pull my left arm, keeping my elbow in towards my chest as I rotate and follow along with my eyes. And then back to center. I pull and I rotate. So make sure you keep that elbow tight into your ribs, okay? And I'm rotating. If you haven't noticed, we're working a lot, sneakily, inadvertently, on that spinal mobility today, which is really important. I feel like we do not move our spines enough. Last one. Now take those straps, palms down. Row wide out and back down. Wide out and back down. I'm not allowing my back to arch, right? I'm keeping my shoulders down. If you need to choke up even more on your straps, please do so. It's a little bit, I don't want to say easier, but it's a little bit simpler to do when you're sitting on the box like this. But that's because today, like I said, I'm not wanting us to go 100%, right? I'm wanting us to move with intention, to work on restoring, on mobility. One more. And back down. Finally, we are going to end. Let's put our hands back in those short loops. But let's do one at a time. Okay, put your right loop down. Left arm is up. Right hand comes underneath your upper arm. We're just gonna bicep curl in. If you're on a red, this might feel kind of heavy. You can go down, okay? Single arm work is a whole different ballgame. So I'm keeping my arm at the same height. I'm not allowing myself to lean back. I'm keeping myself straight up. Let's do two more. My wrist is not moving, right? My bicep is creating this movement. Let's go back to the other side. So we're on the right hand now. Right hand, or left hand is underneath the upper arm, and we open and close. So I'm sitting nice and tall. I'm definitely warmer now. So glad. Let's do two more. And down. All right, we're gonna take this box off. We're in the home stretch. Home stretch. Okay, box is off. If you are on a red, please go on to a blue. You can keep your bar down, that's fine. Okay, I made my camera a little bit higher. You still probably won't be able to see my head, but I did the best I could, okay? You're on one blue. We're gonna do some standing work. So stand onto the platform first. Always, always platform first, never carriage first, okay? Because you're on a light spring, it will fly out and you will probably hurt yourself. So always platform first. In the center of the platform, now put your right foot in the center bottom part of your carriage here. Slowly and carefully, we're just gonna stay on a blue spring today for all of it, okay? We're gonna bring our leg out while keeping both legs straight and keeping our torso centered over the legs, and then bring it back in. So we press it out. Normally, I would do this exercise on a yellow spring, but like I said, today we're going for more restorative than anything. But if you wanna feel a little more movement, when you're coming in, imagine you have a string at the top of your head and it's being pulled straight up. That will ignite those inner thighs a little bit more and it will help you feel it a little bit more. Let's do one more. Now, I want you to load into that standing leg that's on the platform, okay? So, I'm hinged back, my booty is back, so my knee is nice and in line, and it's not over my toes, right? It's back and in line, kind of with my ankle here. I have all my weight in my heel, okay? I'm just gonna press the carriage out and back in. So all my weight pretty much is in that standing leg. You will feel it almost immediately. I have my whole foot on the carriage. Some people like to do this in like a tiptoe. I don't like that. I like to have my whole foot down. You'll see my torso is not moving, right? Nothing is moving except for my leg going out and in. You will feel this in your standing leg more than anything. Let's do two more. My knee's tracking with my toes. It's not over my toes. I think that was two. Let's stand up. Now let's step off the reformer and walk around to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing here. So step onto the platform, other foot comes into the center of the carriage. We press out. You can add your arms if you want to. They go out to the side as you press out, and they come down as you bring the carriage in. Remember, you have that imaginary string that's pulling you up. Let's do three more. The last two. The last one. Now, load into that standing leg. We're gonna press out and in and out. You can have your hands together in front of your chest. You can have them on your hips. I'm not really picky about it right now. You can have them up overhead if you want. That will make it a little bit more challenging. Let's do two more. Last one. Stand up nice and tall. Take that foot on the carriage, step it down. We've got one more move and then we're done, okay? So put up your bar, please. You can stay on your blue spring. Normally I always end with mermaid, but today we're gonna end with Cleopatra. We're gonna go a little bit different. So we're on a blue spring here. You're going to take your knees and stack them. Your feet are going to stack one on top of the other, and they're going to go up against the back shoulder block here. So I'm pushing my hips back slightly here. My knees are not against the shoulder rest, okay? I have my hand on the foot bar. My arm closest to the foot bar is on it, and my inside hand is going to go down onto the carriage. It's gonna wrap around the carriage like so. So this is our starting position. I'm slightly pressed out already. I know it feels weird, right? You're looking down at the springs. Now you're gonna press the carriage out as you raise your head and your eye, or you turn your head to raise your eyes towards the ceiling. And then bring the carriage back in. So you'll feel this all in that underneath oblique right here, okay? So press the carriage out. Don't you feel so graceful? Maybe not, but I think this is such a fun move. All the time we do mermaid. And we hardly ever do Cleopatra. Bring it all the way in to the carriage stops. Let's go on to the other side. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Stack your feet, put them up against the shoulder block like so. Okay, so keep them stacked. They're up. My toes are kind of like flexed on the shoulder block here. I have my right hand on the bar. My left hand, which is my inside hand, is now wrapped around the front of the, or the carriage part, like towards the front, okay? I'm gonna press out, I'm looking down, Now I'm gonna look up, and then I'm gonna bring it all the way back in. So when I'm bringing it in, I'm trying to keep my back hip, this top hip, down as much as I can, okay? So I'm pressing out, I look up, and I bring it all the way in. One more. And I bring it all the way in, and you have made it through. If you have not subscribed already, I would love if you would do that. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. What moves were your favorite? What did you not love very much? Give this video a like, share with your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.